Oops, there we go. Hello, everyone. Sorry about that. Hi, it's me, and I come bearing a wonderful gift. While doing my best impression of a world government and spying on China, I was able to trying to check out what their HEC, how far along it was, what's happening with their stuff for next year. I found out that China's their finals basically. Like China, the way they work is they have a league, and then the top four teams have a sort of second round robin group stage, and the two best teams from that fight each other, and that is the official champion of HGC China, and they have that every year, and it's never casted in English, not once. For a noob, what is Dungeons and Dragons? Dungeons and Dragons is Dungeons and Dragons. It's a it's a fun role-playing RPG game thing. Google it, your friend. It's great. It's basically a story with players. But this tournament is never cast in English. It never has been, as far as I'm aware. Me and Kendrick were never asked to cast it. I don't even know if Blizzard American side even knew it existed, quite frankly. But I found out that it has been happening the last week. So these are brand new games that have only existed in the last week or so. Professional level play from HGC China, with their top four teams: Challenge, CE, Beyond the Game, BTG, The One, and Super Perfect Team, all in a round-robin group stage with the finals played on Saturday, which I might be awake to cast actually. Ooh, I should think about that. But this is like this is the finals of their 2018 season, basically, that they play at the start of 2019 for reasons. But as such, I was able to download the replays from their website, and found out it didn't work with My Heroes of the Storm. So then I remembered how we used to cast in Alpha, which there was no replay system back then, so we couldn't cast in Alpha. But what we could do is take the replay file, bring it into the support folder of Heroes of the Storm, drag the replay file onto the support file Hero Switcher, and that would load up the replay. And that's what I've done, and that worked. I have to shut down my game every time in between games to get it to work, but that's what I have done. And as such, ladies and gentlemen, it is my absolute pleasure to bring you never-before-seen replays from HGC China's Heroes of the Storm Global Championship Gold Division, their top level of play, to find out who will be the Heroes of the Storm Global Championship China champion. A gift I bestow unto you. And as such, it is time for us to get underway with our first game. These are once again run in the same way of HGC China in a best of two. Let me double check that. Let me double check that so make sure I'm not being stupid. Yes, best of three. Best of three format they do this time. HGC never died, exactly. So in a best of three format between the top teams in a round robin with the two best teams playing against each other this Saturday. I will see what I can do to cast that live, like Ghetto cast it with a clean feed, but we'll see what we can do. But for now, ladies and gentlemen, let's get underway with our first game of the series. You are wrong, roll 6 to crit, but let's get this underway. Ladies and gentlemen, let us jump in. Why are there two cups? How does this happen? And where's the game? Let's get rid of... No, that's not the one. Why is there two cups? What has happened here? Where has the second one come from? And why isn't the game showing up? No. Where even is that second one? Oh, there it is. There we go. Alright, there's the game. And alright, ladies and gentlemen, allow me to hit the play button and introduce you to our two teams for the day. That's very loud. Let's re-pause and turn that down, because that should not be that loud. Sorry, everyone's ears. We want to make sure this is right. We don't want it to be interrupted. Oh my! Oh, I accidentally hit the test bit button. Sorry! Also, apparently there's a different sound effect. Why does that one make a sound effect? I don't know what's happening, everyone. Alright, turn that way down. Gotta call Caldor. Caldor is busy at the moment, and also, once again, we're casting from replays here. We can't jump into the same replay. If people want to join me, then they're more than welcome to hit me up on a message. But Caldor, I think, is asleep. Kendrick, I literally just poked Kendrick to ask him to do it, but he's doing his own thing at the moment. But yeah, this is what is happening. So, ladies and gentlemen, let us get this underway. Ladies and gentlemen, spawning on the left-hand side in the blue trunks, it is going to be Challenge CE with 2 Chinese character names that I cannot currently read and was not able to tell who they are. We have currently one playing the Mal'Ganis, one playing the Anubarak. We have Alufal playing the Genji, 365 playing the Lucio, and we have Ashbringer playing the Sylvanas. And on the right-hand side, in the red trunks, we have Beyond the Game with Zvybruiser playing on the Malthael, Druid playing on the Alexstrasza. We have Zarya being played by 619, Dancing playing the Orphea, and we have LLK playing on the Garrosh. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Heroes of the Storm. It is time for casting, and we're going to be starting off with a quick lane split-up coming in from CE. Not wanting to get themselves caught out of position immediately, but setting it up quite nicely. I'm going to turn down the volume just a little bit. It's been a while since I've done casting, so settings have to be altered at least a little bit. We will turn off music as well, just to be sure. And back in the game. So, we had a quick lane split-up coming in from CE, trying to keep themselves out of any kind of ganking position, making sure they didn't get themselves caught out. Whereas, BTG, they set up a little group up in mid lane, but nothing really happened from it. Ashbringer has already cleaned out this lane, wants to avoid getting caught out by LLK here. LLK does get the ground breaker, but can just get in range for the flip. They're going to try and focus him down, but the damage output from Orphea at this level is not enough as of yet. Orphea, by the way, starting with the Ancestral Strength, that extra damage to CC'd targets. So Noob rotates back, harassing the rotation, slowing it down at least a little bit. In the meantime, Bruiser has been in this top lane, has been causing a little bit of harassment to the minions, but is able to pull back without getting himself in trouble. Didn't even go for the on a white horse here, has instead gone for Fear the Reaper to prevent himself getting ganked. And Mal'Ganis, already in the lane, is setting up with the Vampiric Aura. He's running with a Sylvanas here, who can go for a couple auto-attack talents, so a little bit of extra sustain can be very useful here. And Genji with a quick Swift Strike build. Mercenary Caps being grabbed almost simultaneously, but a little bit quicker for CE, thanks to the help of Alufal, thanks to the help of Anubarak there, with the Beetles tanking a couple of the hits, and the slower clear speed available to the BTG heroes. So, very fast rotations from both teams at the moment, trying to keep on top of things as Ashbringer avoids getting himself caught out. Quick knock-up onto Anubarak, but nothing too scary as of the moment. Mal'Ganis rotates into the lane once again, has been very comfortable rotating between mid and top, looking for his appropriate target. No damage landing onto Alufal there, and Ashbringer teleports to freedom and safety. Mal'Ganis arrives back without losing a single minion. Very happy to rotate between the lanes and keep everything safe and keep that XP flowing. As we hit the level 4s, we are seeing a Chase the Base coming in from 365 here, as well as coming in a Fueled by Torment. This is the more solo laning talent, exactly what Mal'Ganis is going to be needing later on. And a Possession coming in from Sylvanas, so effective nowadays due to the effectiveness of catapults coming in a lot earlier. The 619 tanks through a couple of the minions, holds the line for the moment, Druid rotating in as well, as both teams grab their Fallen Shamans, but it's a little bit quicker for Beyond the Game at this stage of the game, as once again Mal'Ganis plays safe. LLK, he is in lane, but not looking for anything in particular. Orphea was actually left in bot lane for at least a little bit, and as such, using Fright here, going to be getting even more effectiveness from this Ancestral Strength, so if anyone gets caught out of position, this could be very deadly plays coming in from Dancing on this Orphea. The first objective does spawn. 365 scouting it out is going to be able to take down a single skeletal defender. As everyone begins to move in, quick knock-up onto the Anubarak. LLK putting on a lot of zoning potential here. In comes Mal'Ganis, looking for a little bit of damage himself, but he does not do enough damage to finish any off. It's only 7-17, and very much in favor of Beyond the Game right now. So Anubarak just grabbing XP for his team, grabbing a couple extra globes for that Regeneration Master, keeping everything safe and secure. Now then, the minions being taken out, Sylvanas has been trying to use this opportunity to push in the bot lane. She did, I believe, use her trait. I cannot see that on this screen, so we are unable to tell. And I also don't know how to unlock the camera from her. There we go, we fixed it. So, Sylvanas is able to pull back, as unsurprisingly, Beyond the Game do grab the Punisher. They're going to begin putting some pressure onto the front base of Challenge here. Even bringing down Alex Strauss, not bringing down Malthael, but Orphea also coming in to join the party, going for the 4-man push, letting Malthael just take the experience for now, as Alufal did drive him back in the lane at least a little bit. Alufal not going to be too useful for clearing this lane as BTG push in a little bit further. Small amount of damage onto Ashbringer, but Ashbringer burning through this Punisher pretty effectively. Only one tower down, second one down to half health. Can BTG finish the job? Easily so. They have easily enough minions to finish that off there as they push forward looking for a little bit of damage. We also have Lost Souls coming in here for Sylvanas, going for a bit of cooldown reduction, bit of extra damage, and a little bit of possession use there on the final minions, keeping everything under control. So, Mal'Ganis keeping in position, going to clear off the lanes as best he can. Why is that so loud? We're going to pause. Apparently all my alerts are just super loud today. I don't know if it's too loud for you guys, but we're not going to take that risk. So let me try and fix that up for you. My apologies. This is getting... I'm not used to doing the observing from my own stream, so I need to make sure the levels are a little fixed. It's better to get it out of the way in the first game than, and not in a fight, than a little bit later on, of course. Let's just take everything down to 10%. I do want alerts on, we just want them to be quiet. But thank you very much for the follow, dude. It's very appreciated. It happens. It happens. Alright, everything is being turned down to hopefully a more reasonable level. Bits are already way down. Raids, the last one. Bam. Alright, everything's pretty lower. That, I think, is a reasonable volume. It's still got a little bit of noise, but thank you very much, Shorty, for the single bit. Alright, let's jump back into the game here. So we can see BTG beginning to start onto this Casbah camp, going to be able to try and put some pressure onto bot lane, which is a good thing for them, as Sylvanas has already kind of wiped the majority of the stuff in bot lane. So a little bit of counter push is going to be really important for them. They need to be able to get some of their own pressure on, as LOK looks for a quick pick, but isn't able to find anyone. 365 with that move speed bonus is having none of it at all. He has gone for the party mix, by the way, a good classic. It's Mal'Ganis. Oh, LOK was looking for a flip, was unable to find it. Mal'Ganis has gone for the spreading play, getting a little bit of extra sleep here. Or a little bit of extra damage, basically, so that no one will be woken up by the sleep, so can get a little bit of extra harass. Was looking for it on Bruiser there, but Bruiser, popping the Fear the Reaper, was able to escape without too much trouble. And Bruiser has gone for the full solo lane build. It'll be very interesting to see how effective this is against Mal'Ganis, as I haven't really seen these two actually match up for quite a while. In the meantime, bot lane brawl still very casual, no one getting too far out of position. Zarya is just stacking up the queue at the moment. We can see that she's currently up to 13 stacks, also 13 on Warbreaker. Not bad for either of them there. And we're up to 13 globes on that regen master. Finally, Orphea with the Mind Devourer has managed to pick up her first stack as well. But Heroics have locked their way in here. The Crushing Jaws coming in. A Wailing Arrow and an X-Strike, as well as a Carrion Swarm coming in here. No health swap shenanigans from this Mal'Ganis. Once again, Bruiser has been playing so safe in this top lane. Very happy to see that he's not getting himself caught out or into trouble. As Mal'Ganis once again comes up to soak the lane. A quick camp picked up by BTG, and they're going to actually try and make a little bit of a push. Energy gained here by 619 via the tower shots. Going to use that to launch those grenades. Demolition's expert for the harassment. Camp not yet respawning, a minute a bit away here. Everyone's hovering around the area. Who is going to be the first one to make that kind of engage? You can see a Nubrak hovering around the side. He does have Cocoon. He could try and make the play. Diving in, quick, indomitable. And LOK takes nothing of it. Pulls back, keeps himself safe for the moment. LOK looking for his opportunity to try and move on in, but Nubrak not getting himself caught out of position for the moment. In the meantime, Dancing has just been rotating, making the most of his E-build, getting at least a little bit of wave clear done, keeping the pressure onto the lane as best as he can. Bruiser also once again grabbing a Fallen Shaman camp, as is being responded to by CE here. Ashbringer and Alufal dropping the damage output, cleaning this up as quick as they can. He's once again spreading that Shadow Dagger to get the extra damage output there. And that's going to meet almost simultaneously in the top lane. It's going to be a little slower for CE, as theirs did get a little caught up and was a little bit slower to cap. This might mean that they'll be able to defend on the towers, but no, it looks like Ashbringer is going to try and use the opportunity to push this up and clean out the Mercenary before it gets any value. But as such, BTG, once again, with a big advantage in this objective. They're already 23-4, a huge lead. And as such, Sylvanas is not coming down at all. She's going for a big push in the top lane. Quick sleep coming in from Mal'Ganis, but Dancing is chasing in, going to try and chase down and harass Mal'Ganis out of this point. Successfully does so, and BTG hold full control with Druid still soaking the experience. Malthael still also able to rotate up to top lane, but Ashbringer has done so much work on this fort already, and that is going to be the first fort of the game going over, but they're looking for more. They want Bruiser here. Here comes the sleeping Mal'Ganis with a quick teleport from Bruiser. Does he have Fear the Reaper off cooldown? He might not. Cleansing Flame though! Wailing Arrow for the snipe. The Cleansing Flame not enough to save him, and down goes Malthael. That is actually first blood of the game. It's been so passive so far, with both teams doing different things, but now BTG making the most out of this. They quickly push bot lane, knowing how many people went top lane to kill off Malthael there. They were successful, but this is such a big deal that they're able to take down this front wall. It's BTG, they pull back, don't want to get caught out. They know they're a member down. They just had a little bit of time while everyone rotated in. Quick move into the mid lane, more experience going to be gained here. We also do once again have the classic expulsion zone, by the way, coming in for the Zarya. Nothing out of the ordinary there, but it could be wombo comboed so well with these crushing jaws and with this tormented souls. I'm very excited to see that coming in here. As CE have finished clearing out this bot lane, they've lost a little bit of health on the fort, but nothing too bad. But they need to be careful. BTG have a trap set up. LLK moves in, finds Sylvanas, quick taunt. Can they finish the job? Tormented Souls, crushing jaws. A huge play from BTG here. Expulsion zone to try and separate the team, but the Carrion Swarm shuts it down. Alufal escapes above. They're being dropped low. Orphea chasing down, dropping huge damage onto Ashbringer, finishing him off with the dive forward. We see Mal'Ganis trying to get forward, but a quick knock up from the Garrosh shuts him down, and that's a 2-for-0 coming in for BTG, and they're going to make more of this. Once again, using the shield to gain the energy onto Zarya, and they push in further, looking for as much damage onto the structures as possible. That crushing jaws combo was so effective here, with the Tormented Souls as well. The only reason Mal'Ganis lived as long as he did was that Carrion Swarm, using it to get through the expulsion zone. Very clever, but it did not work out. Minions have expired. LLK needs to be careful. Quick heal from Druid, though, gets him basically back to full armor value as they continue to siege in, waiting for their next wave of minions, trying to force Anubarak to back away during this. And they're doing a little bit of damage. Alufal trying to be annoying, harassing from the side. And Anubarak actually goes in, looking for the pressure onto Zarya. Druid with the first heal. Here's the Cocoon onto Garrosh, trying to focus the damage onto 619, but instead he just uses laser and attack speed to free LLK, who is able to free 619 in response. They turn around, and a beautiful blow-up onto Ashbringer, getting completely caught out of position, trying to rotate in for the damage, and instead ends up being the exact tool that BTG needs to move in and take down this fort. Incredibly effective play by BTG so far in this game. Looking so strong. They've managed to even up the fort count with that play. They have just under half a level lead and are looking very solid moving on. We can see Genji hovering around here, clearing a little bit of the lane. Being careful, he's going to pull back. Alufal needs to be so careful when LLK gets near him. That taunt could be all that is written. As we see Alufal, nice dodge there with the cyber agility. Knock-up is acquired though. LLK getting yet another stack. No, he is actually done with his Warbreaker here. As Demolition's expert, it's up to 28 stacks. 14 on the Mind Devourer, keeping everything under control. Lucio is stacking very effectively. It is 4 something, is what we can see on Party Mix. Thanks, Overlay. And 15 on Chase the Base. So stacks are getting there for both teams here. You can see Sylvanas has gone for Remorseless. That extra attack range, really useful here. And the extra Withering Fire can combo so well with that Might of the Banshee Queen. We'll see how well that works out for her. So far, it hasn't been, as Sylvanas has been picked off. Even with the mobility that she has, she is still a little bit squishy. But now, with Life Drain, this could be exactly what Sylvanas needs to stay alive here. The toss does not land, hits a possession minion instead. Garrosh gets slept, but woken up very quickly. A noob comes in, gets the stun. Indomitable has already been used as Bruiser is forced to back away. Was thinking about turning this round, sides against it. There's the Tor once again onto Sylvanas. A quick blow up with the Crushing Jaws. Sound Barrier from 365, far too slow here. And now Mal'Ganis taking a lot of damage. A noob tries to escape, gets tossed back in. Expulsion Zone, and see you later, Anubarak. A beautiful pickup by BTG. They are running this show now with 5 kills to 1, a full or just over half a level lead. And Malthael able to rotate up to the top lane and will be able to clean that up with very little difficulty. Incredibly effectively done here by Beyond the Game. In the meantime, we can see the lanes, the mercenaries being cleaned up, the objective being taken. This is going to be a Mortar Punisher heading into a lane with already no fort in it. Towers are still at full health, so they don't have to worry about that immediately. But this is still going to be a problem. 365 especially needs to back up quickly here to not get caught out by LLK, but was able to make the use of the Accelerando using this little wall area from the destroyed fort to his advantage. But here comes the Punisher. How many are here to defend this? Pretty much everyone except Alufal, who is wrapped around the side, and Mal'Ganis, who is rotating in. Orphea arriving. This is going to be a full 5 versus 5. Crushing Jaws about to be back. Sound Barrier in 16 seconds. They've got to hold this huge damage being done to a noob here. Being wrecked so quickly here. Mal'Ganis also forced to back up. Alufal continuing to drop in damage from the side, but trying not to give stacks to 619 here. Punisher comes in once again onto Mal'Ganis, dropping him low. Looks like they're going to try and dive past it here and make a play, looking for their opportunity, but BTG are kiting them beautifully, having absolutely none of it, and shut them down completely. Demounted as well. Couple possessions being used, not enough for this catapult in this case. So they have to just kill that off. You have to use all 3 stacks of possession to be able to get that catapult possession done. So, top lane going to be cleaned up, and as such, they only lost towers this time. But CE able to control the lanes effectively enough and not get dove under their own keep. To be able to keep that keep alive, although wounded. A noob tossed in. Can they finish the job? Taunt is there. Crushing Jaws does not land the stun. And the noob is able to escape. It is in fact going to turn around. Mal'Ganis comes in, a beautiful indomitable to prevent the C from LLK, but he's in full retreat. Zarya getting caught into the cocoon. Here comes Bruiser though, with that damage over time to free 619 as quick as possible. Expulsion Zone being used to try and separate 065 from a Nubarak and from a Lufal to try and drop the damage. And Nubarak goes over the wall, but Bruiser going to give chase, going to try and take him down. We see Orphea staying alive. Druid was able to drop some good healing, but Dancing is trying to be so mobile, keeping himself alive. Good toss onto Mal'Ganis. He's trying to escape. A good knocker from a Nubarak to try and save him, but both the tanks completely separated from the support. And we're going to see that Carrion Swarm not be enough either, as both tanks get taken down by BTG and they move forward. And Lufal takes a long way home. He's going to clear out some minions and then try to escape back to base with a quick port. 365 already in lane, soaking up experience, and Sylvanas is trying to gain value anywhere, disables the lane even to get as much push value as possible, but they've already lost a fort, and seeing Sylvanas in that bot lane and knowing 2 are dead, BTG, they move in for a keep here, forcing 365 to back up as they move in with all of their members. They've got Impaler Cabs, they've got a Catapult, and that's easily enough to take down the fort. Sylvanas, though, trying to gain value elsewhere. She has to port, though. She can't afford to stay here. The minions will do damage. She's beginning the port. It's gonna be enough. She will be able to back up here. Bruiser will not be able to get there in time. They try their best, though. Gave the best for an attempted interrupt, but as such, Sylvanas does escape very sneakily here. And, well, the fort was dropped down to half health. Sylvanas did a little bit of work, but that was in exchange for a keep. It's very unlikely she would have been able to defend it anyway, but it was still quite interesting to see. So then, BTG, full control of the map. They've got yet another catapult already coming in here, and now another set of Khazra Impalers. And they're going to look forward to a quick fight with level 20 advantage. A noob doesn't stand a chance. Gets completely destroyed. Toss into Taunt into Crushing Jaws is an easy kill by BTG. Anubarak trying to be the ward, but is not able to hold the line. As they're even able to clear out this camp that was just taken by CE, they're going to push into top lane and begin weakening that up, as this is where the next objective will spawn and where they might be able to grab themselves their second keep of the game. Depending on how many kills they could pick up, this could be a game-ending play with this Punisher. We have Final Takata coming in for the Orphea here, getting that extra Shadow Bolt's cooldown. Going to try and spam that as much as possible, stay mobile. Mal'Ganis, hovers around the side. We can see Malthael already on the point, cleaning that up, doing such a fantastic job, can easily solo this by himself. And it's going to be 365 who's going to be pushing bot lane, copying Sylvanas from earlier, trying to just gain any experience right now, as many minions as possible, preferably some damage to the fort. They need 20 for this defense. They know they can't get this Punisher. They will not be able to rotate in time. So a double lane play for minions, a mercenary camp being picked up as well by Mal'Ganis. And this will be enough to give them 20. They pick it up. Malganis needs to finish this off quickly, though. He is very much needed back at home, and will be able to do so. Quick port as well. Sylvanas with the port too. Genji's already in lane, and Noob already in position. This could be the last defense coming in for CE here. And Lucio really needs to pick. He got for bonus track. That extra healing and movement speed swapping between the two. And here comes the Punisher. It is a frozen Punisher moving into this keep. Can CE defend this, either on the keep or on core? As they move forward, a double start. It found Sylvanas, who has to drop the Bolt to the Storm to stay alive here. But now Malganis has been separated from the rest of the team. Comes in, though, gets the double sleep. Can they make the play? They've also dropped the Cocoon onto Druid here. Going to try and make the play. X-Strike does not land as well as the good crushing. Jaws expulsion. Zone looking for the kills here. The Punisher comes in for an extra stun as well onto a Nubarak with the Tormented Souls, dropping huge damage with the Carrion Swarm not taking them through it. The keep is still alive for the moment. No one has died on either team, and a little bit of freedom is given to CE to drop some more damage onto the Punisher, but with the Dragon Queen still up, damage is being done, sleep is being dropped, but it's interrupted by the Punisher once again. Down goes Malganis, a Noob coming in for a desperate last effort, but it's not enough, and CE are falling at the final hurdle. Malufal has to dive back. 365 can do nothing to stop the onslaught of BTG, and with the Punisher chasing down Alufal and full health bars on the side of BTG, this will be eventually X-Strike used to escape here. This will absolutely be game over in favor of BTG for game number 1. Very nicely played by them. After a little bit of a slow start, they had full control of this game from start to finish. 12 kills to 1. Very nicely done by BTG. They take the first game of the series. And there we go, new heroes, new games, new professional play. And now I have to fully exit out of heroes in order to set this back up again and set up the second game. Once again, these are all best out of freeze. So let me quickly just jump back to this so I can change the score. Select, properties, and that is now a 1. 1-0 to BTG. Please don't swap sides, teams. I will be very upset. Very upset indeed. Alrighty, so, yep, I have to actively quit out of heroes here in order to make this work. Like I said, this is an incredibly ghetto setup, as it were. I'm having to just build this from nothing kind of thing. Alright, BTG CE, and that is the replay I want, correct. Okay, and now I have to drag that to here. And then into here. And hopefully that will work. This is really hard to do, like I said, guys. I'm doing my best, though. Gonna get this working for you. Gonna keep this going. It takes a little bit to load each replay. It feels really good to be casting again. It feels really good. I'm glad you guys are enjoying it. I hope you're all having fun with this. This is not what I expected to do today. I was just gonna play heroes, but I found these replays and I was like, well, everyone wants pro heroes. Why don't I give you the last remaining pro region? That seems like a great idea. Any chance you'll be casting Division S Heroes Lounge? That's the plan. Pause the replay. Let's check they're on the right side. Yes, they are marvelous. Ain't that convenient? Alright, I have no idea what the map bans are. There's literally zero way for me to check. That's a thing that's happening. Nothing I can do about that. I'm going to quickly go ahead and turn on a fan because I am dying from the heat here. You can see nothing has changed from my usual HGC China attire, by the way, an unironed shirt and pajamas. So absolutely nothing has changed here. It's all good. Although I do miss Kendrick. Why can't he be joining me for this? Oh dear. Alrighty. So then, let me tidy up my desk a bit. There's stuff in the way. Yeah, but that happens at like 7 PM my time, which is when I start playing D&D, so I can't do the Nexus stuff, not today at least. Well, Kendrick's just streaming himself. He didn't know. He was already streaming by the time I showed up and was like, hey, this is happening now. But yeah, here we go. Alright, so, ladies and gentlemen, without any further ado, let's jump into game number 2 of this best of 3 series. My finger is bleeding now. Don't know how that happened. Oh, well. That's a lot of blood, actually. Oh. It'll be fine. Casting injury. Ah, caster down. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, let's get this underway. So, why is the 1 backwards? How's this happened? Oh, God. Alright, 1 second, everyone. I can fix this. There we go. fixed, but now I need to move it over. Also, game, show up. There we go. Alright, and tab out again. Move the 1. How did the 1 get backwards? This is next level stuff. I'm never the one who does this. It's always Kendrick or Grubby or someone like that. I've not had to do this in so long. But either way, ladies and gentlemen, let us hit the play button on the replay. So, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to game number 2 of the Gold League Finals for HGC China. This is once again the group stage. It's a full round robin between the top 4 teams, and I will introduce you to the teams. On the left-hand side, once again, it is going to be CE Challenge, with Mal'Ganis being played here. Tyrael also on their team. I cannot read the names. Ashbringer is playing the Greymane 365 on the Lucio once again, and Alufal is playing on the Li Ming. They are challenged, but on the right-hand side, it is going to be currently 1-0 up. Beyond the game, BTG, with LOK playing the ETC, dancing on the Valor, Druid on the Tyrande, Bruiser on Illidan, and 619 is playing on the Anubarak. And these are exciting heroes. 619 playing the Anubarak is a classic of HGC China. He is so good at the hero, and of course, seeing Bruiser on that Illidan, he used to play for the A team, and he destroyed for them. Every time he got this Illidan, he nearly carried them all the way through the bracket stage, almost all the way to BlizzCon. Was unable to do it in the end, but it's great to see him back on this hero once again. So then, quick start, having a look at some of the talents here as an Owl comes out. We're seeing Illidan starting off with the Battered Assault. Knowing he's not going to be split pushing in lanes that often, goes for the team fight talent. No minions to gain here. Anubarak with a full shield build at the beginning. Nerubian Armor going to try and block some of that Li Ming damage. We have here, once again, the Vampiric Aura combined with Justice for All. This could be incredibly effective at keeping the rest of the team alive. And Greymane with Viciousness. We'll see how well this goes out for him. Bruiser takes a quick rotation around, keeping himself safe, not getting himself caught out of position. And the Noob comes in, looking for a little bit of looking to help out Bruiser, and see, we can interrupt this as the Owl comes out. It sees this is happening. Sleep does find the Noob, does not find Bruiser as the last minion is about to die. In comes 365. They're going to actually have a quick roll in the bot lane. Ashbringer dropping the damage. Quick boot from Lucio, trying to force them off the point as Bruiser is trying to hold the line. The sustain is required. The stun from Druid here does not land. 619 dropping low, and Mal'Ganis is able to steal away the camp. Double sleep, in fact. Alufal looking for the first kill. Going to try and get the reset. Reset 1, moving forward. Doesn't have Calamity yet, so isn't able to get the kill onto the other 2 as Dancing just escapes behind the wall, and everyone else is able to get out. Illidan, the only one to fall for the moment, pulling back and staying safe. As once again, ETC, quick rotation, a little bit quicker than CE, try to get to top lane to soak the experience and try and catch his team back up after that first blood was achieved by CE. Now we're back in China, fights over a mercenary camp, this is how we do. So then, Druid holding the line for the moment, trying to shoot back as 619 dives onto the mercenaries. They want to clear these up as fast as possible. Their tower is already weakened, and with the disruption, they are able to save this tower barely. This tower on 99 hit points, but it is alive. It does survive for the moment, as both teams very quickly rotate to the Fallen Shaman camp. Dancing has gone for the Monster Hunter, so he will be going for that Hungering Arrow a little bit later on for the stacks, that extra damage. 365 caps his team's camp a little early, I would say. You could probably wait until the objective is just about to spawn and then cap it that way, but instead he is going to be moving with the rest of his team to take positioning on this center point as fast as possible and try and pressure there. But, once again, this is given time for BTG to rotate down. They're going to be able to clear this camp really before the objective gets too much work done. Illidan can rotate through this and clean this up pretty quickly, whereas this one still held back at the minion, at the towers here, so Mal'Ganis is not going to have a good time. ETC even delaying his rotation, and that's going to give BTG a little bit of advantage in terms of the clear, but it's CE who take the initial aggressive position, abandoning the camp completely, choosing to risk early game damage in exchange for a little bit of quick objective speed. So we see the quick swap out once again. CE in position, but ETC going to try and disrupt Mal'Ganis, and does so. He's trying to stop Mal'Ganis rotating up to deal with this camp at the same time here, as Valor begins her work onto this, as we see Illidan being forced to back up. CE taking a much more aggressive position with the double sleep here. Can they make a play? They're woken up by 365, but the damage has already been done. Try to focus onto Druid, but he backs up. Bruiser also try to focus on Greymane, switches targets quickly onto Tyrael, but Tyrael too fast with that angelic flash, but they're still able to close in on him and pick up the second kill of of the game. 1-1 in the terms of these teams as Illidan tries to chase forward, looks for another. Mal'Ganis is the target. He's used everything. The sleep's not enough. And down he goes with Anub'arak getting the kill. They've managed to get the double kill here with forcing Valor off the point. But they've got to hold this against Li Ming and Greymane. Hold the line and stop this Immortal going down. They're sending in the shots, using the body of ETC who can heal up, using the body of Anub'arak who punishes Ashbringer from diving in. But he's still alive. Lucio keeping him alive, but it's too late. Valor was able to finish off the objective on the other side, but now they're turning around. Globes gathered. Bruiser diving onto Ashbringer, who overextended massively and picks up yet another kill, looking for more, trying to chase it down. Sleep comes in, preventing the support onto Bruiser, but can they do anything? The damage output's not there yet, and as such, Bruiser has to pull back as the objective. The Immortal rotates down to assist in pushing this bot lane. BTG, once again, with a very nice early game advantage, picking up the shared exoskeleton for this Anub'arak. Valor, almost full build already with Punishing Arrow and Repeating Arrow. Once you get Siphoning, you can have a wonderful time, but she could go for Gloom with Li Ming on the other side if she wanted to. We have the True Shot Aura coming in for Tyrande here, changing up the build at least a little bit. ETC currently holding, but it's almost certainly going to be the extra damage on the Fate Smelt coming in here. Illidan with Thirsting Blade, more damage. They're pushing forward once again, looking for Ashbringer. Try to focus onto the new player for CE, but they're unable to land the kill as down goes the fort. BTG more than happy with that. A fort already is fantastic news for them, and they're going to be able to pull this back pretty quickly. So then, BTG, they're not even leaving. They're taking a hidden position. They find 619, but 619 finds their Bruiser, dives into the backline as a distraction as they try to focus Tyrael. Excuse me, but they're unable to keep the kill onto it. We see a Hammer On coming in for ETC. Extra burst damage, little bit of extra damage to the Immortal as well. This could be really cool. Hammer On plus the extra cooldown reduction onto your guitar solo at the level 16 means you could actually get a really solid amount of damage output and healing output. We'll see how well that's able to work out for him for the moment. Lufel backing it up, not getting himself caught out of position this time. As LLK cleans out minions and mercenaries. But yeah, you can get really good damage output if you combine those two together. We'll see if that is what ends up happening as LLK cleans up the minions. And Ashbringer and Mal'Ganis clean up the mercenary camp. Once again getting more pressure as ETC finds himself alone with 4 people in the lane, but they're not really trying to punish him in any way. Just sort of chilling as LLK has a wonderful time. Objective still a little bit away as Anub'arak also keeps pressure on this bot lane with the Impaler camp and the catapults. Tyrael awaits his moment, gets the slow onto dancing, but no one's in position once again. Even with the extra damage output, stun lands, but Tyrael tanking through it. Sleep doesn't land either, and LLK suddenly realizes he's in a lot of danger here. He's taking a lot of hits, but he's tanking through, at least for the moment, with the Illuse Chosen coming in for the extra healing. There's the True Shot Aura. They try to focus Tyrael. He's trying to escape, but a quick stun from the Tyrande here, and Tyrande picks up another kill with the help of Valor. Fantastic stuns, fantastic Lunar Flares coming out from Druid this game. It's been doing such a good job, and as such, they take the aggressive position onto the objective and will burn this down as fast as they can. They will easily hit the halfway point with CE having no way to step out onto the map. Very effectively done here. BTG pick up the halfway point. ETC, he left a mercenary. He knows he's needed with his team. There's a good chance that CE could reconvene, regroup, and step up and start taking a fight here. Mal'Ganis, little bit of damage onto the Immortal here, trying to focus it down. Ashbringer also dropping good damage output onto it as well. They're going to get a little bit of the shield off, but in the meantime, BTG, they easily take this down. Valor with Hungering Arrow, of course, doing so much work. Illidan as well. He's gone for the Hunt. They might even make the play here. There it is! Hunt onto the backline. Quick move from 365 to try and keep him alive as Ashbringer gets chased down. Slow from Tyrael saves the day, and Bruiser forced to back up. Very good escape this time from CE as we do see the Immortal sailing into that top lane. Going to be able to get a little bit of extra sustain here as they push forward. The rest of BTG rotates with it. ETC a little bit slower. He did not pick his heroic yet, but the fact he's rotating to the team makes it a very likely chance that he's going to pick Mosh Pit, especially now that Li Ming has gone for Disintegrate. There's the Mosh Pit coming in here. Such a risky choice here. It's so much pressure up to 365 here to keep that Mosh Pit at bay here now, because he's pretty much the only CC outside of Mal'Ganis. Here he comes forward in with the Mosh Pit, gets the triple, the quadruple. Here comes onto Lucio, remove the healer, remove the sustain, 365 goes down, and BTG pick up a beautiful fight, looking for another, but Mal'Ganis' sleep is just enough to keep him alive. Li Ming is in the cocoon. Can 619 follow up with the CC and prevent her from escaping? No, they can't. Quick teleport. There's the hunt. Dylan dives in. Is forced to dive away. Does not get himself caught out here. But he's looking for more. He's actually looking for Mal'Ganis. He chases forward. Bruiser looking for the kill, but Mal'Ganis sleeps away. And Bruiser gets punished for his insolence. Down he goes. The keep dropping low. Minions all around. The Immortal is taken out, but there's so many minions here. 619 still hovering around, teleports away. Disintegrate to clear the lane. Can they do it? Yes, they can. And CE kill off Illidan and save the keep. Fantastic job here, but it is not going to take much to finish that off in the next push. Little bit rough here. 619 in full retreat, making sure he doesn't get caught out. Having a lovely time. He will pull back. Oh, they're just going in. They're just backdooring it. They move forward. They find a Luful. Can they get the kill? Teleport. Only one stun, but there's three more where that came from. Quick blow up onto a Luful. Nothing you can do to defend Ping. Just in time, team. Team, please, team. And this keep is going to go down. 619 rotates in, keeps it alive, and he's going to be able to pull back nice and easily. Illidan moving up to the top lane, grabbing even more pressure. Now there's going to be catapults in this lane. He decides that why not add some impalers on top of that. Keep some pressure onto the core even. Try and keep CE in their base as the rest of BTG shuts down the counter push coming in from CE by taking out this Fallen Shaman camp and even looking to grab another set of impalers once they have done so. This is looking fantastic for them. Illidan finishes off the impalers. We see the quick rotation from CE to try and kill this off in advance. They do not want to get caught out of position when the objective spawns with this already pushing their base. As such, they are even going for a little bit of counter push. Mal'Ganis making the most of that level 4 fueled by Torment here to give himself a little bit of sustain while diving the tower. And the tower minions will fall. Another little bit of XP for CE, getting them just that bit closer to level 13.
For the glory of the high heavens.
That's really a pain in the butt where, like I said, the issue is my stream hotkeys are a problem. Yeah, my stream hotkeys are the same as the replay hotkeys, so I accidentally muted myself again. I'm sorry, I'm just going to do it via clicking now. That's how we're doing it. Cool. Mosh pit landing. Hunt coming in. A quick stun from Tyrande as well. Beautiful stun combo with the Rain of Vengeance as well. Sanctification does nothing, but Sound Barrier keeps 365 alive for the moment, but not enough as Bruiser chases him down. My apologies, I will not do the accidental muting again. But a beautiful set of kills here. They're even looking for Mal'Ganis, but he does get the Carrion Swarm off. Going to keep himself alive for a little bit longer, but a perfectly timed stun from Druid with the follow-up from the team. And the lockdown potential. Hunt plus Rain of Vengeance plus Lunar Flare plus Burrow Charge plus the Impale plus, of course, the Power Slide. This is an insane set of stun combos coming in from beyond the game. And as such, they're able to take the Immortal down to half health. Looking fantastic at this moment. So we see the Immortal move into the centers. Going to get to the halfway point. BTG with a huge, incredible lead here. They move back and will begin cleaning up the Immortal for the second time. You can see the Hunter's Mark being dropped onto it there. A little bit of extra damage. Tyrael dives into the middle, using that second teleport, though, that he got from his level 13. The Sword of Justice. Basically a wormhole for him. Allows him to try and bait out some abilities. Very nice against this high CC comp, but he has to be quick. Urticating Spines, spamming out a little bit more damage with that cooldown reduction he gets from... Oh, he didn't go for the cooldown reduction. That's interesting. So a little bit a strange build here, but it's nice to sustain, of course, going for the Subterranean Shield. 619 eats the hit. LLK pulling back, doesn't want to get himself caught out of position. Illidan is not with the team, remember. He's currently grabbing Impalers here, but he has the hunt. He can join at a moment's notice and even be follow-up CC if he times it right, or his team time it right in this case, as he is the one with the global. Owl lands onto Ashbring. You can see a little bit of move speed boost added there. We have the harsh moonlight as well, making it a little bit harder. Illidan's going to push up and wait for his opportunity to land the hunt if he is needed. But right now, CE making the most of their man advantage, trying to push in as best as he can, trying to keep the pressure on. The CE drop that Immortal lower and lower, zoning away LLK. But Illidan, he's not even demounted at this point. He doesn't want to get himself ganked. He's just soaking experience, getting his team further ahead, and as such, 16 arrives for BTG. Great move by Bruiser to be able to do this. Hunt onto the backline. Once again, looking for Ashbringer onto the Immortal. The great CZ combo, Moshpit with the Cocoon, but the Cocoon is popped. Ashbringer dropping any damage he can, but Illidan finishes the job with the help of Valor. Tyrael has nowhere to run to as LLK chases him down, Carrion Swarm, keeping him alive as well. As we see that the chase come in, Tyrael goes down, the chase onto Li Ming as well. Alufal trying to teleport away, Bruiser just escapes. We see Alufal following, trying to escape, and he does this time. 365 though has retreated all the way back to base as BTG with the two-man advantage are going to try and end this here and now and take the 2-0 in this series. They push it down. Mal'Ganis on the retreat, retreating all the way back to the tower, and with that, with so many members alive, and the spawn time is still so low at this 14-minute game, BTG, they have to pull back, keep themselves alive. It's Mal'Ganis rolls on in, trying to keep himself alive. Triple sleep, but no one's in position to follow up. Li Ming gets a little bit of damage, but it's nowhere near enough. Valor's Hungering Arrow will be able to finish this off and just get one more shot onto it, basically. Illidan trying to dance against Mal'Ganis, keep him alive. There's Cocoon onto Li Ming as they need to pop this up as quick as possible to get Li Ming back in the game, because if they get one kill, they might be able to make the play. There's still a talent down, but they're desperately trying to get something. Rain of Vengeance to prevent the escape. Disintegrate is interrupted by the Lunar Flare. They look for LLK. Hunt is done, but the reset's coming in for Li Ming. There is a beautiful sight as they chase down 619, but he is able to escape using that spell shield that he gets from the Nerubian armor at level 1. As finally, CE with a man advantage, they move onto the Immortal. They're going to race this down, trying to keep themselves in this game, but they've got to be quick. They've got to do it. But BTG, 3 members sneaking around. They've been rumbled, though. The Immortal is so low. Hungering Arrow lands, 2, 3, and the Immortal goes down, but Dancing is getting closed in on Lunar Flare lands. Here comes the stealth of the healing from Tyrande as well with the Shadow Stalk, as Dancing kites back as best he can with the Siphoning Arrow, keeping himself alive. Dancing's a god, he chases them back. They finish off Li Ming. Dancing finally goes down, but with Li Ming and Greymane down, the damage output to protect against this Immortal is completely gone. Mal'Ganis is surrounded on all sides by threats. He gets stun locked. He gets the Carrion Swarm off though. Tyrael coming in for the sustain as well. Teleports back with the Sword of Justice, but once again Mal'Ganis has nowhere to go. He grabs the fountain, gets the sleep, and he gets away. Mal'Ganis the god, but Illidan is relentless. He chases him down, wants to kill. Mal'Ganis is soloed for the 4th time, and they finally take him down. We see the Immortal pushing in. LLK finally arrives. Tyrael going to try and delay quick stun onto him, but this is going to be a 4 versus 4 fight, but the Immortal is closing in. Tyrael starting the damage, holding back the minion wave, going to try and delay it that way. 619 avoids the members of CE as they chase forward. It's only going to take 1 kill, but the mosh pit shuts it down. No defense available. Bruiser's on the core, and that's going to be it. No defense against this, and BTG take out CE in the solid 2-0 play. Very nicely done. And congratulations to BTG. They win the first match in the round robin stage. Nice. Very well played by BTG there. Able to, once again, once they took control of the game, it was incredibly well played. But there are signs of life in CE yet. They were able to take some really solid fights at the end there, massively relying on the Li Ming. But it worked out in a lot of the cases. They've just been able to get a reset or 2 more, execute their combo to a bit more perfection. They might have been able to take that. That would have been so good, but in this case, it was not to be. And as such, that's the first game in our round-robin group stage. The first series with BTG taking a 2-0 over CE, putting them solidly at the top of the table.